Okay, let's see. We got fishing up some tea here. What is this tea? It's a combination. I think it's some stinging nettle and something else. Stinging nettle. Oh, wormwood. And well, something else. So I'm drinking that now. Mm. Woof. Talk about. We're going to talk about. We're going to talk about. We're going to talk about food, growing food, doing food. Little, hey, you want to see a little light on my face there? Still working with that. Oh man, that thing is still. Uh, anyway, getting it together. Um, okay, but we have took me a long time to get to this project. Yeah, I've been in South Africa for a long time. We're in the Hut House right now. It's like a community house that I started. The actual structure is from the one of the original uh, RDP houses. Original meaning that it's not, well, it's like solid concrete or something like that. Very cold. It's cold, whatever. Don't worry about that. But it's an initiative. It's like it is a community center. It's a very small community center that I started with the help of well, Mr. Willie is the guy. I'm just the guidance, you know. In fact, I consider myself a gentleman farmer, which basically means I sort of say, hey, maybe we should do this, and I provide some finance and stuff like that. Finance, if you want to call it that. We get no funding. This is not an NGO, nothing like that. In fact, it's not like that. I'm on a whole other parallel thing. We're not trying to take from anything. We're not soliciting any funds. I'm not going to, we're not asking for anything like that. It has to be done on the backs of the community. The community has to want to do it because anytime you give people money, then what they do is they just it's like giving something free. You know, you get something free, you don't have appreciation for it, but they have to work for this. Anyway, so we have a lot. I don't know about this, how much land, but we're growing a lot of stuff. Um, for instance, right now we just came from I won't say King Williamstown to the checkers that had some seeds. We've been looking for this. Oh, what's this? Oh, kale. We got kale. We grew kale before when we was in Alice. Uh, we got a cucumber, and there's this whole thing, and this is quality. We got cucumber. Gonna grow. Cucumber is very important. We're gonna grow a lot of cucumber because that's very important. I got two of those. Um, Here, what is this here? Oh, this is got before. This is peas, snap peas. A watermelon. Um, and those are seeds that I think something that we're going to put in the ground now. I had gotten from when I was at the food endowment in that area. Was it the food? Well, I was talking to this young lady that has this like a seed thing. It's called, what do they call it? It's anyway. We got marigold from her. Well, those are flowers like that. Double blossom, yellow and orange marigold. Uh, uh, sow year. Oh, you can sow it year round. Harvested in spring of 2024. And this I got from New York a long time ago. This mullein. Got mullein from this cat in New York and Brooklyn. I don't know if this thing is still open. He gifted me these seeds. I think we have put some in already. I'm not really sure if that's going. Also from that same thing in Cape Town, it's the what's it called? From the Seed Bibliothèque. Seed Bibliothèque. Uh, it's like a seed bank. So we got that in here. Oh, we got cancer bush. Yeah, this is cancer bush, and we planted this a while ago when I came back to Cape Town earlier this year, and that cancer bush is growing really really well. Like I said, this is marigold. Um, what's growing now? Oh man, we got so much spinach. Got spinach happening. Like I said, we're gonna do the kale. We got spinach. Oh boy, gotta remember all this stuff now. Man, we got trees, of course. We got spinach. Got banana trees. We got um, uh, okay. We have a whole beetroot. We have a whole thing with gonna say pumpkin, uh, uh, seeds. Well, that's growing. We got peach tree, not peach tree. We got apple tree, we got some trees back there, including um, we got moringa. We got moringa. It's happening someplace. Um, oh man, what else we growing? We growing. Man, I put in another video. We walked around and talk about that and show the stuff so you can see that. Maybe I'll try to get that. Put the link to that video when we show all the space that we're using this in. So anyway, but I'm saying that we're doing a lot of stuff, a lot of different crops. Oh, we're going to do a lot of herbs. Um, uh, just going to do a lot of herbs, a lot of different kind of herbs like that. So that's happening. So we're going great guns here, and that's going to be good. Now the reason why we're doing all this stuff is because no matter what, people got to eat. Now it used to be in South Africa, and we are in South Africa. Uh, before, well, before, say before Godessa won. Let me not get political. But before liberation, the so-called liberation, not liberation, whatever, the armistice that happened when, but before the armistice, I call it the armistice because it was like a ceasefire, an armistice, where the English got the banking, the Boers or the Afrikaners, whatever you want to call it, the white people got the land, and the natives, the blacks got well, they got the politics and what they call the singing and the dancing. That's what they got. And they realized, hey, but we don't have the finances. So 20 years later, whatever years later, then people saying, whoa, 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 that's why you have this whole land grab. But you have to have land to have food, right? But as long as it's under political control, and if you're paying attention to what's happening in South Africa now, it's somebody told me this is weird. South Africa has like the 24th, I'm not sure if this is, well, the 24th largest police force, something like that, in the world. I'm not, I'm not talking about military, just police force, whatever they have. Well, maybe they have a lot of stuff, but they can't do nothing. There's all kinds of cartels are moving in here because they have there's all kinds of stuff happening. And there's this one police guy that has been years basically collecting receipts, like that. And now he's coming after these people. So the police, the military, everybody's like, whoa, they get eyes are being opened. They see how all this stuff is happening. So that's changing. So they're doing that. But what can the little people, the people that's living in, well, deBrother is what we call a location township, if you want to say that. But it's the thing, you have the rural area, like a village. I actually live in a village with my wife in Gubevu. You have village situation, then you have townships, then you have everything is like a location. But location you have. Then of course you have the cities like that, or the suburbs of cities. And so these have different realities, but the one thing that everybody needs is food. Now, like I said, before this Godessa one, before the armistice happened, it used to before the powers that be, the politicians, invented this tender system, which Mengalisa Robert Sobukwe's widow, wife, said, Mama Sobukwe said the worst thing that ever happened to South Africa was a tender system, where basically you had a few people. This is what the colonizers did anyway. A few people that went for it because whatever. They're like a buffer class, and so because they're a buffer class, they can they do their wheeling deal until they get tenders to their friends and stuff like that. And I have a little, I won't say have sympathy, but really here's what happened. If I read a book a long time ago, Lewis and Costa, Underground People, and it's like this: you have people that they claim to be they're in a struggle. They have struggle credentials. They're what do you call it? Comrades. They're whatever they are, because they took part in a struggle that freed us from apartheid. Well, apartheid just they're shifting. And so a lot of people say, "Oh, I have struggle credentials." I was trained in here. Where they were trained in, like that. But a lot of people took place in this struggle. In fact, I got it right here. Hold on, just a second. I got a picture right here. Remember, the struggle was worldwide. This picture right here. Now this is from 1985. This appeared in Everybody's Magazine, April 1985. And so there's people all over the world. Now this thing you can't read this backwards right now, but it says it's a placard that says "Apartheid must die," and believe it or not, that's actually me. So I have struggle credentials. I have struggle credentials. I help, liberate or get rid of overt apartheid. Let's put it that way. Uh, so I have it's bona fides, I know, but I like to speak. I'm, I'm what we call I'm American African, Black American, and well, there it is. So I have bona fides for a long time. I struggled for a long time. Anyway, and so doing or did the whole political marching like that, and I really realized, especially when I came to, I've been in South Africa 22, whatever, 20, whatever, 22 years, and I've been here in this area since 2013, and well, I did a lot of initiatives, but now this is what I've not settled on, but this is what I'm doing right now. And when I say I'm doing right now, all I do is I've done in some fortunate situation, and people just need encouragement. But you can't do it by money. You can't do it by NGOing stuff like that. The people have to do it themselves because if they have no vested interest in it, then it gets kind of funky. Like I'll give you a example. My initiative was audio drama, and I was in Cape Town for a long time, for over 10 years. And one of the initiatives was been to a lot of townships, Philippe and cross a bunch of things, Danu, Langa. And what I noticed, like for instance, Langa, what they would do, because at that time, there was a lot of NGOs that came, and also meaning that there was a lot of, NGOs are notorious. Some are notorious. They come, they get money from them, and they would have these workshops or whatever have you, and they would come to the township to help the poor Africans, right? And when they come through, the young people, when they wait, they come through, they come give them bags, give them stuff like that, give them the workshop, trying to give them skills like that. And then the NGO, say they finish their thing, they would move on. And the kids would just wait for the next NGO. Their hands up, who's come and give us more stuff, right? Never really doing it themselves. There was one organization that I really like called Seeds, and they did permaculture like that. But people, farming is whatever. Growing stuff is sort of hard, but if you have the whole community doing it, something different. Anyway, back to what we're doing here. So in this part of like I said, I'm in deBrother, and we have this LiKroti house here. We have a lot of then over, and I actually have a piece that I have to develop for other purposes, well, the same farming purposes, but I want to make it so that people can come and help with the thing, and that's over in Zebalaza, which is a village across. So this is like the experimental place, and so we're growing stuff. We got like I said, we got banana trees, we got lemon trees, we got stuff all over, moringa, all kinds of stuff. Cabbage, of course. What do we have? Cabbage? Well, the next door neighbor has cabbage, And so what happens as people see what we're doing right now? There's a lady, an elder sister that comes, Mama Makulu, who comes, right, and she's in her little thing. She comes to get spinach from her because this spinach is crisp, it's fresh. And deBrother has great soil. And it's not, we don't use pesticides and nothing like that. But she prefers, and we don't charge. A lot of times we don't charge. It was just very little. We don't charge, and we give out seeds and stuff like that. But we don't charge. But she prefers to come to us and get a little bit of the spinach. She just gets the spinach, right? It's gonna be other stuff, and she prefers us because the spinach is fresh, it's crisp. It's like, oh boy, she pull anyway. But as other people see, as other people come by for stuff. And as other people see, then it inspires other people to actually start their own growing and their own growing. So there's a lot of places, and other people that's very interested. They come by and they ask for advice and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing. But the idea really is, as it gets going, it gets popularized. Uh, the princess knows what we're doing. You know, every area has their chiefdoms. Let's put it that way. We need like to get this going to another level. You have to have like an institution or an entity that has power, right? Now, of course, the politicians ain't going to do it. They always so we just ignore them. We stay away from politicians. We stay away from people who's going to give us money. Mention, yo, we got to do this on your own. And so, anyways, as long as the princess gives, and then if the prince, if we, as we're successful, and the princess can show other chiefdoms what's going on, then hopefully, what will happen? Gotta be positive. What will happen is it'll catch on. So every community will get back to that status where if we get the schools now, basically you have to get the schools, the young people to start working with the land. Not everybody has to do the same thing. Well, working with the land, the schools to start growing their own crops. It used to be where the schools would grow stuff. They would bring their stuff to market, and when they would feed themselves their own food, they would bring the stuff to market, and they would sell, sell there, so it would make a little money. We would get back to the same spot because it makes no sense. Like for instance, we have where's the thing at? We got eggs. I'll show you. I got to show you this. There's a cat again. There's this cat that sells eggs. I'm going to show you for the chickens. This is real. We know these are whatever eggs. You can see dirt is still on the egg. You know. So these are eggs from real chicken, and we know what they're eating and stuff like that. They're not being modified, nothing like that. Which also, this is what I'm saying. Like the government, they had this some deal where he was getting chicken from Brazil or something like that. But why? Why? So anyway, so I'm saying so we get the eggs from a guy over there. We did all the rest of that stuff. So and of course there's always stuff happening. So as this happens, as the community sustains itself, as the location sustains itself, and then we growing up that you can send it off to the bigger city. We're by Onse or King Williamstown is right down the road. And you go there, you go to your Checkers or your Pick and Pay or whatever it is. These are supermarkets or whatever you call it. And if you get that spinach and you taste our spinach, you go like, whoa, this is much better. So eventually, hopefully, even those supermarkets, they'll in local supermarkets, they'll have an area where you can sell the thing. But the important thing about this is what we're doing. As people can see their power, not everybody in the community, because you can still have your engineers, you can still have your whatever you're going to have, and that's being trained, and you can do whatever you need to do. But that's what you need to do. Every area's got to be self-sustaining. You see. And as it is, we're well on the course. So I just want to let you know about all this. Why? Because it's going to take a while for my project and the thing that I want to do in Zebalasa, the village over the way there that I do have a control of some land there. That's going to be a whole thing where people can come and learn about the thing and we all over the world and stuff like that. And we'll have I don't want to call it barracks, but places where you can sleep and work there, whatever it is. But but it starts with that first seed, whether it's with that first, when you plant your watermelon, when you plant your peas, when you plant your cucumbers like that. Once you do that, then you're all set. You can sustain yourself. You can eat, and of course you have cows. People that like in Quebec where we are. There's every weekend there's funerals, and they always slaughter a cow. So you got you see, so everybody can eat. And once you got that happening, then of course not everybody in the family. Some people will go out to whatever they're doing. They can sustain it back and build stuff, whatever they're going to do. I have this situation where also, especially in that other property they want to do, we want to make our own bricks. So we want to build this stuff from like we're going to make our own bricks. Let's put it that way. we actually have we have a brick machine someplace, but we want to make our own bricks. So we're building the whole thing up. Again, I'm just the guidance, you know what I mean? Because I'm a frail old man, and I like this. I'm a gentleman farmer, actually. I said, oh, you need, oh yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, okay. Maybe we should do that. Okay, maybe I'll dig a hole to put some of the scraps in, because you know, we don't do our compost is putting scraps right into the dirt. And believe me, it goes. And it's like a really good worm system in deposits. It's amazing like that. So that's what's happening. Um, and I encourage, if you have, it doesn't matter if you have any kind of land around you, just grow something. Grow your own something. We're going to be doing, of course, we're going to do a ginger, and right now we're growing garlic, and the shoots. Do I have it over there? And the garlic shoots are great. Oh man, unbelievable. So we're going to do all of that, and but you could do the same thing. You could do, and, garlic and ginger is very expensive. You can grow your own garlic and ginger easy. Easy peasy. And you, instead of going to the store and get that, and then you know what kind of garlic you have. Oh, and of course we have everything is seeds. Oh, there is a seed bank in Eastern Cape someplace. I learned it from the biblioteca, the food, what do they call themselves? The seed bibliothèque in at Bertha House. Was it at Bertha House? Yeah, I think it's at Bertha House. There in Cape Town. Uh, in Cape Town, Bertha House. But the lady had told me there's a big seed bank here in Eastern Cape someplace, but we want to get our own seed, and our seeds, we give out the seeds and stuff like that. We'll hook up with the seed bank, get some other kinds of stuff, and then that's the other thing, you create small little seed banks in your area. You see, there's a whole bunch of things you can do, but you gotta be with the land, right? This whole thing, oh, they're going to take the land back. Yeah, we're going to. They should take the land back so they can do what they need to do. Okay, that's it. I haven't talked for a long time. I'm being me, T from the Pattersons, taking the train to Tibet, letting you know what I only suspect.